Today I'm going to show you how I make baby back ribs or any ribs, a rack of ribs, how I clean them and how I cook them. We're going to be using the dry rub spice that I made the other day. Go check my video out and see. It's really a good dry rub. You want to take a rack of ribs. These are baby back ribs. And you want to trim any fat that's in excess. But you do want to leave a little. So this is pretty well trimmed, leaving that line of fat. And you want to remove a membrane that's on the back here. You want to use a butter knife, not a sharp knife. You leave this one for the fat. This one is what we're going to use. And you want to come down about 3 ribs down. And you want to get the butter knife underneath the membrane. And you just want to get your finger underneath there so you can start to pull it up. And get yourself a paper towel. You just start to pull back and the membrane will come off. And grab it and pull it up, just like that. The ribs were dry. Now that the membrane's off, we're going to add our dry seasoning. And I'm going to sprinkle a generous amount on top here. And you want to press down this dry rub that we made. This is a very tasty dry rub. You want to do this maybe a half hour before you're going to cook them, so we can seep into the meat of the rib. Turn it over. Want to get the sides. Don't forget the sides. You want to get it all over. This is what's going to give it its flavor while it's slow cooking. Today we're going to put it in a slow cooker. You can also, if you don't have a slow cooker, put them in the oven on a baking sheet like this, covered very, very well, so they can cook slowly. I haven't left an inch uncovered. This is what it should look like. Let it sit a half an hour, and then I'll show you how I'm going to put it into a slow cooker. I don't cut my rack, so the rack has bones on the side, and what we do is we stand up the rack like this. The bone creates a rack, so they're not sitting in the liquid that's going to be coming out of these ribs. So we want to keep them standing up like that the entire time. No liquid, no anything in this crock pot. We just lock it, put it on low, and let them cook. When they come out, we're going to take them out, put them on a baking sheet, baste them with a barbecue sauce, which I'll make homemade and I'll show you. We'll let them finish cooking in the oven with the barbecue sauce until they're sticky and ready to eat. This is my homemade version, but you could use a bottled barbecue sauce. We're going to need ketchup. 1.5 cups of ketchup. That's 1.5. We're going to need a 1/4 cup of molasses. We need 1/3 cup brown sugar. We need water, 1/3 to 1/2 cup. If you feel it's too thick, then you can add some more water. Start with 1/3 cup water. We need 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And now we'll put the spices in. We need some paprika, 2 teaspoons. We need garlic powder, 2.5 teaspoons. And we need chili powder, 1 tablespoon. And these are the ingredients for my homemade barbecue sauce. And put that on the stove and bring it to a boil. And we'll let it cook for a bit so it can thicken. And this sauce can be used and kept in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks. It's a great barbecue sauce and it'll be perfect for the baby back ribs today. The sauce is going to spatter in the pot, so if you want, you could put a cover like that. But doesn't form a lot of condensation and steam. You don't want water to be going back in. As you can see, the barbecue sauce is nice and thick. It cooked for about 8 minutes. My rack of ribs have been cooking. Here they are. I've set the oven temperature to 400 degrees. Here's my rack of ribs. I cut them in half. I'll turn them over and do the other side. So I'm going to put it in the oven for about 20 minutes, maybe turning once and brushing on some more barbecue sauce until they're covered well with the barbecue sauce and look sticky enough for me. The ribs are done. They cooked another 25 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees. Let's try one. Oh, it's fallen off the bone. So tender. And the barbecue sauce is out of this world. You're going to need to try that. I actually cooked them for 5 hours in the slow cooker. It's a great recipe. It's a good method. If you're a lover of ribs, this is a recipe you need to put into your book. If you like this recipe, follow for more.